Hello friends, I am so excited for this video today to show you my newly launched ADHD Daily Dashboard 2.0. 2.0? 2.0. So excited. Let's jump right in. This ADHD Daily Dashboard is an improvement from my previous ADHD Daily Dashboard. However, instead of having the 3 different levels as I previously did, the light, the essentials, and the plus, I just have one version that encompasses everything that I felt should be included for this great dashboard. However, you will notice that this dashboard is very similar to the calm and clear dashboard that I have for ADHD entrepreneurs. And like that version, it also comes with 2 different sizes. So whether you use a laptop with a small screen or you have monitors and you use a large screen, Notion can kind of tend to look different or get a little bit wonky. So I've included 2 different versions for you here, depending on which size screen you use most often. Let's take a look. This is the dashboard homepage for my ADHD Daily Dashboard. And you'll see right off the start, we have a couple tutorials. If you are new to Notion, you can learn how to actually move around and click around the page in this video. And if you would like to delete all of the sample data, you can learn how to do so easily in this video. I also have included a mobile access page for you, which I highly recommend that you take this mobile access page and drag it somewhere on your sidebar so that it's easy to access on your phone. I also have a widget that links directly to this page, and I find that makes it very easy for me to add a task or look up something from my template when I'm on my phone very easily and quickly. Going back to the dashboard page, I always love to include a gratitude or affirmation bar at the top. You are welcome to put something here that you prefer. This is just what I have in my system, and it's just a little nice reminder that I like to read every day. The first section that I'm going to jump into here is this quick snapshot section. Now, I really love to do my tasks on a date basis, which means that I put the task on the day I'm going to do it. So that is why you will see that there is a today's task section. If you have any tasks on the date, which is today, they will show up here. However, a lot of people don't actually like to operate in that way. And so instead, you can simply mark tasks as high priority. And all that you do to do that is check the little high priority box here, and then they will show up in this high priority section. Additionally, we also have today's rituals, which in my mind, rituals are very similar to habits. They go interchangeably. It just kind of depends on how you like to do them best. I really like to have my rituals in my tasks there so that I can just mark them off here, and then I can have certain ones recur on certain days. I can have tasks or rituals for the weekend. I can have them for the week, and I can have them seasonally, etc. It makes it really easy for me. And then I also have yesterday's tasks and rituals. In case you didn't archive anything, you can go through easily here, look at the stuff from yesterday, move things over, clear it out, or archive anything that needs to be archived. That is the quick snapshot section. It also has a quick button to add a new task here, as well as buttons to archive all of today's tasks and all of yesterday's. If I have a good work day where I finish all of my tasks and I complete all of my rituals, hitting this archive button is one of the most satisfying things ever because it instantly makes all of your tasks and rituals just disappear. And it's just so wonderful. We love that. Next, you'll see a projects and sponsorships overview. Projects overview is going to be any tasks that are going to span multiple days that has multiple tasks underneath them. It doesn't necessarily have to be like a classic project in the sense that you would think of it, but if you are doing a task and you know that's going to span across more than one day and you have tasks underneath that big task, that's a project. You can see these here, and the way that these stats work is that if you have any tasks underneath the project, as you complete them, the task progress will update. Depending on the end date, it will show you how many days you have left. Because I made the system a while ago, they're all in the negative, but let's say if we just change this to say that this is due at the end of this month, now it will say days left 24, and it is sorted to show you in a way that whatever has the least amount of days left will be at the top. Now, let's say you think of a project idea that you're not going to do for a while, but you don't want to forget about it, and maybe you've got a really good idea and you wanted to write it down for that project. You can add it as an inactive project, and basically an inactive project, all you do is just mark it as inactive here. You can put project tasks, you can add related notes, you can scribble down a bunch of ideas, and this is something that you may not necessarily want to look at every day, but you just want to be there for you when you are ready to complete it in case you start getting some really good ideas. Found that works really well for me. Sometimes I'll get an idea for a project and I'm like, I know this is a 6-month down the line thing, and I don't necessarily want to look at it every day as a reminder. I'm just going to mark it as inactive and it'll pop right over here and it is there when I'm ready for it. The other other thing that you will see on this page is our main page navigation. Now this system does come with 3 pages included here, as well as my other free templates and a few paid templates I included as well. You can add any other pages that you want here if you find that you're migrating from an old Notion system to this one and you have, like, let's say a page for your business or a page for your work. You can just drop it right under here in the main page navigation, or you can put it right over here in the less used pages. Both of them function the same. Totally up to you how you want to do it. I also love including a weekly win block. Now this is something that you just have to update yourself, but I find that I like to see this on my page, so I just reminded of nice things that I've done throughout the week. Additionally, we do have a habit tracker check-in here if you would prefer to use the habit tracker versus the rituals. If you click new here, it will add an entry for the day, and this is linked to our helpful habit tracker. You'll see that there is the entry for the day, so that makes it really easy that you don't even have to click over to the other page. And if you don't hit this new button on a day, the habit tracker actually will not show an entry, which I find is really nice if you have ADHD, because then you don't have like these empty check boxes just kind of staring at you like, hello, hi, yes, do you remember us? We didn't do you. And yeah, I just find it's a lot nicer. It only is going to show the checkboxes if you hit new day. So log new day here is also another option to do that. This is also the habit tracker. This is another template that I sell online that I've included here that I have just found works really well. It gives you a month overview of your habits. It has routine menus, helpful habit tips, a just kind of like nice little note, a really quick little week overview for you to see like, how am I doing this week? And it just makes it really easy for you to track your habits in a very ADHD friendly way. That is the habit tracker. Going back to the dashboard here, the next section that you will see is another area for tasks and events. I love using this week view. The main reason is because if I have a sample task today and I decide that like I didn't get to that, I can easily just move these around. So I come down here when let's say I assigned myself like 12 tasks for Monday and I'm like, oh my gosh, something came up on Monday. I'm not going to get all of that done. I can easily migrate the tasks around to different days, and it just makes it really fluid and seamless for me to just kind of drag and drop stuff around to better fit my day. You'll also see that we will have a rituals view here. There's nothing on this page because I didn't want to add a ton of sample data and have it repeating because that's just more work for you to delete. But if you have recurring rituals, which is the way that I do mine, I have all of them in here and they just are set to recur. You will be able to see them here, mark them as done, archive them, etc. You also can look at all of your tasks and events by date. So these are going to be grouped by date depending on what date you assign them. You can also look at all of your tasks and events by status. So this is going to show you them grouped by whether they're done, not started, in progress, etc. Lastly, you can also view your tasks by category. So you can see all the rituals in here. If you have tasks based on different jobs or just different categories, you can see them broken up like this. So depending on what way you need to look at your tasks, there is a way in here included that should work for your brain. And then I also have an archive task section. Everything that is archived, this is also by date. If you use the mark as done button here, it will assign a date completed as today. So that is how these are organized, by date completed. If you don't put in a date that is completed, it will rely on the due date there. And then if you go to this, we have a month view. Some people really like to see their tasks and events in a month view. I personally don't, but I've included it for you if that is something that you're interested in. And lastly, at the bottom of the dashboard, we have my personal favorite section, which is the resources and notes. I like to call information hub. You can call it whatever you would like, but this is going to be your database for anything that you ever want to save, whether it is links and logins for your portals, using this as your notes app, your grocery list. Maybe you downloaded a free guide and you'd like to save it because normally those just go in your email inbox and you don't do anything with them. Or maybe you want to save all of your ChatGPT prompts that work really well for you. Perhaps you went to some type of online class or learning and you got some resources and you want to put them in here for later. This can really be used to store anything that you want. And the beauty of it is that each of these is going to be its own page that you can literally put whatever you want on here. You can add databases on here. You can put toggles, you can put dividers, headlines, etc., little to-do lists. So however you need your resources to look, you can create that. And if you have a PDF, if you do the embed option here, you can actually view the PDF right on this page, which is what I do for my free resources and guides. And I just absolutely love it. The other thing that I love about this is that if you tag this with the mobile page, like let's say I've been really copying a lot of my ChatGPT prompts recently from my phone and entering them in, and I want this to be on my mobile page. All I have to do is add the location mobile page. And if I go to the mobile page here, you will see that now in my information hub, we will have ChatGPT prompts. And if I take them off of there, bye-bye, they go away. That's just one of my favorite things that makes this so flexible and fun, is that if there is any of these entries that you really want to see often or access on your phone, you can add them to the mobile page, which will put them on the mobile page here, or you can add them to the information hub, which is this view, which I like to keep minimized and small versus like my all resources, so that it's just a few of these. So if there's something that I would like to see on here, and this kind of like is fluid for me and changes a lot, all that I have to do is make sure that it has information hub as a location, and it will pop up in the information hub. That is the main dashboard page. Now, when I'm using this system, because I use this exact same system as well, I really never leave this page. Unless I'm writing YouTube content or something like that, majority of the time, I am looking at this page almost all day. I like to make it so that you really don't need to leave if you don't want to, and you can access everything important and critical right from this page. However, if you are finding that this is looking overwhelming for you and you are like, this is just a little too much for me, I don't know like how to start with this, I'm nervous, that is fine. Let me introduce you to the chill mode dashboard. The chill mode dashboard is going to have your tasks, your projects, and your resources and information, and that's it. It's a very simple, easy to look at page. You'll see that I've actually removed the stats for the projects as well. And if you just want to look at today's stuff or high priority, you can quickly mark it as done if needed. And if you have any notes that you need to rely on while you work, as long as they are tagged information hub, they will appear here. So I find that if you are new to Notion and you're like, hold up, this is sketching me out, I don't know about this, try starting with this chill mode dashboard. I've also included some resources, guided meditations and music and breathing techniques if you're actually really struggling and you need to chill out. We all have those days, right? This is the perfect place to do that. It's very beginner friendly. It's very simple. It's very easy to use. So if you're like, oh, this is a little bit too much for me, definitely check out the chill mode dashboard, which is included with both versions of this. Coming up next is my favorite page, the personal development page. Now, I know a lot of people, when I say the word personal development, are like, oh, I don't like that. I don't want to personally develop myself. That is fine. You can label this whatever you want. Just know that it is basically goal setting and journaling. And if you are not the type of person who likes to set goals, please know that this can be used for very like fun and exciting things. It does not have to be scary things. I have goals to like get a tattoo. I have goals to like go visit a friend. So it doesn't have to be anything scary. It can just be things that you would like to do at some point. And the way that I do them is I have a completed section, I have an in progress, I have a needs attention, I have paused, and I have not started. If I take this and I mark it as that it's in needs attention, progress, paused, or done, it will change where it is in here. And I like to either keep an eye on my in progress ones. If I'm not feeling super good, I want to look at the goals that I'm currently working on. However, if I am in a high energy period, I may like to choose to see the ones that are labeled as needs attention. And these are the ones that I know that I really need to work on and show some love to in the coming weeks. What I do is have a recurring task every 2 weeks to check my goals. I go through these. I go, was I flossing every day the last 2 weeks? If I wasn't, it's going to move from in progress over to needs attention. If in my needs attention, I was gratitude journaling like every day the last 2 weeks, I'm going to move that to in progress. So this just allows me to be really fluid with my goals. And I find that it's been very ADHD friendly. However, I will say I did not want to set goals until I was like in my 30s. So if you are in your 20s and you're like, ugh, goals sounds terrible, don't even worry about it. Okay. Use this for something fun. Put like aspirations, or maybe like that you want to go on a trip, or just something that like really lights you up. It does not have to be scary or hard or mean or any of those things that our brain might tell us the goal setting is. And then the other really impactful thing that I created for myself is called monthly reviews. Now, a lot of people have a version of monthly reviews. I didn't coin that word, but I have been doing these specific journal questions now for almost 2 years. And when I tell you the amount that my brain, it just like, I used to feel like I was forgetting my life, like my life was whizzing by, like I had no idea what I was doing and what I was thinking about and like what eras was I in at a certain time. And by answering these questions every month, I've pretty much been able to solve that for myself. So these are the questions that I answer every month. And all I do is I do this twice a month. I do this in the beginning. So I would like do this at the start of February, would also be like, I'd do the end of January and the beginning of February, right? I move some goals over there, etc. Then in the middle of the month, I come in and I fill these out again. And I just look at them and I add to them, and you can write a little, you can write a lot. It doesn't matter. It's totally up to you. You are in control. You do what feels best. A lot of people choose to take out this worst experience question if you are not in a great space mentally mentally, I definitely would not be writing down your worst experiences. I, however, am in a very good place right now. So I find that it just helps me to kind of like remember the things that I was struggling with, because if I don't write those down, then I'll be like, I don't struggle with anything, because I'm like blinded by optimism. For me, it's really helpful to remember like, what was I actually struggling with this month? And I found that by doing this, it maybe takes me 20 minutes a month. And I've been doing this for 2 years now. It is crazy to go back and look at the things that I've written, because I don't know about you, I've never been able to do a daily journal. The thought of daily journaling is terrifying to me, and I just don't think I would ever go back and read that. Like, it's too much for my brain to think about going back and reading like a daily journal. But a monthly journal I love. I will definitely go back and look, what was I doing last October? What was I doing on my last birthday? And it's just really been so impactful for me, and something I really encourage you to try. If you've never been able to do journaling, give these a shot. Even if you just want to take these questions and write them down in your own Notion, I do not mind. You can copy them and just see how it goes. Try it for like 2 months and let me know how it goes, because I promise you that it probably will make a big impact, a way bigger impact than you would imagine for only taking 20 minutes a month. That's the personal development page. That's it. I do have an all goals section if you just want to like look at everything and remember your why, and there's some other properties in here too if you want to check them out. That's a personal development. It's really not scary. I tried to make it beautiful and something fun to look at, and I hope that this inspires you to just like take charge of your life, because you're in control. I think that's pretty cool. Okay, I am not going to go over any of these little templates here. If you would like to check out information for them, they can be found on my Gumroad. However, you will notice that I actually have a tester link for this. It's in the description. If you would like to just click through here, you can actually click through all of these and this and just kind of see if it's something that you think would work for you, which I find is really helpful. Sometimes it's just easier to be able to like actually click and look through the system yourself. So that is why I have that there. If you would like to check it out, there's a preview link in the description. There you have it. That is the ADHD dashboard 2.0. So exciting. I released my first version of this a year ago, and it has been such a labor of love to create a new version of it, and it's just so fun, and I'm so excited about this. Please let me know if you have any questions. Drop them in the comments. I also love hearing from you via email, or you can DM me on any of these platforms. It is one of my favorite things when you guys reach out to me and let me know just like how you think about things, or if you've been using my system and it's been helping you. I would love to know that. So I hope y'all have a great rest of your week. Thanks so much for watching, and see you later. Bye, friends.